Hi everybody, this is Dr. Reyes-Fournier and welcome to Unit 6. We are already at Unit 6. Can you believe it? This is amazing. Anyway, so this week we're going to be talking about personality disorders and a quick refresher on personality disorders. Remember they come in clusters. We have them clustered into A, B, and C. The A cluster is what we would call the odd or eccentric cluster. Here you have the paranoid type, you have the schizotypal or the schizoid, and B is what we would call the highly emotional or relationship issue cluster, where you have borderlines, antisocial, histrionics, and narcissistic personality disorders. And the C are those who have what we would call fearful or anxious disorders. Now, the case that you're going to be looking at basically is going to fall within Cluster B. So I want to talk a little bit about Cluster B. Cluster B is probably the more common one. This is the one that we talk about more in society, the one that we use more broadly in society because everybody's a borderline, everybody's a narcissist, everybody's a little histrionic. Remember that personality disorders are not that common. To have a full-blown personality disorder and diagnosed is not common. However, if someone does have a full-blown personality disorder, there is a significant overlap between addiction behavior and personality disorders, specifically in the B cluster. So, for example, if you're looking at somebody with borderline personality disorder, if you look at the symptoms of borderline and the symptoms of a use disorder, you will see a lot of similarities. For example, impulsivity and risk behavior. Remember that any and all drug or alcohol use is a risk behavior. And always remember that, because this is something that we tend to, in society, not what we do, but in general society, we don't consider it risky behavior to have a drink, right? That, unless of course you have a use disorder, but normal society, and I put that in quotes, thinks that drinking is okay. Much like what the client is saying in this case study this week. Everybody has a drink. Well, that's not necessarily true. Everybody does not have a drink when they're extremely upset. That is really usually reserved for people who use alcohol or use drugs as a means to temper or alleviate or numb the feelings. So, also the overlap, you see mood swings. In use disorders, you see severe mood swings, and they tend to be manipulative and deceitful and blah, 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 blah. All of these things are like, for example, the overlap here when we talk about manipulation, that's the manipulation used by people with use disorders while they are deeply within their addiction. Understand, I don't think that individuals who have use disorders are naturally manipulative. However, when they are in their the mentality of an addict, then yes, I do think that. And I do have, experience of seeing that. Also, we need to look at suicidal ideation. That's a very common thing for borderlines, as it is for people who use. Okay, I will be posting this PDF into the announcement, so you could have that. Also, the clusters and any and all websites that I used during this recording. If you have any questions, email me. If you have any concerns, email me. If you just want to chat, email me. All right, so have a wonderful week, and I'll see you on Monday night.